Hello guys and welcome. This is I Play 4K, aka I Play AK, www.iplay4k.com. You can also call me today I Play 16K. And in this video guys, today I'm going to show you Far Cry 2 running whopping 16K resolution. But before I'm going to show you 16K resolution, I'm going to show you 4K, 5K, 7K, 8K, 10K, 12K and 16K. So we're going to go ahead and start with 4K resolution. Everything's set to the maximum possible settings. We're running DirectX 9 because look like DirectX 10 is crashing, and benchmark is also crashing after a second test or in the middle of the first test. So I'm going to go ahead and use the game itself, which is going to be an excellent benchmark by the way, but it's just not going to generate us the outcome. But you know, we're just going to speculate and we're going to talk about the numbers during the benchmark anyways. So it's going to be the first level in the car. I'm not going to move my mouse cursor or my mouse, and not gonna do anything, not going to move, and we're going to just go ahead and talk about it. So 4K resolution, DirectX 9. As you can see, I'm running RTX 2080 Ti NVLink SLI, Core i9-9900K, whopping 5.3 gigahertz or 5300 megahertz. As you can see guys at the left top, my stats right there, self-explanatory. Topper stands for, T stands for the temperature, U stands for the utilization or usage for CPU usage, GPU usage in a percentage rate. Then F stands for the frequency on the CPU frequency, GPU frequency, VRAM frequency, and FR stands for the fan rotation, which is 100% per each video card. This is the EVGA RTX 2080 Ti XC Ultra, the cheapest possible EVGA RTX 2080 Ti video cards, and they're running on air, dual fan design, 100% fan rotation. So as you can see, a CPU utilization right now below 70% at 4K resolution, and GPU utilization below 60%. So GPU utilization kind of suck. When GPU utilization below 70% per GPU 1 and per GPU 2, it means that single RTX 2080 Ti guys will show better results. And so 4K resolution, Far Cry 2 is better to run single RTX 2080 Ti, as you can see by GPU utilization and that percentage after the temperature, because we're not going to utilize our GPU 1 and GPU 2 pretty well, and we're not going to achieve that perfect SLI scalability. So we're going to run pretty cool on the temperatures right now. I'm running stock guys. I didn't overclock the GPU and didn't overclock the VRAM. It's synchronized. So it's running whatever EVGA envisioned for the RTX 2080 Ti video cards, XC Ultra Edition. There is no modification through the hardware done to this Mozilla PC version 5.3. I only overclocked the CPU through the BIOS of the Asus Maximus 11 Hera by 5 model motherboard, and I didn't overclock the video cards at all. I'm using the 32 GB of system RAM, which is the Corsair Vengeance, the cheapest possible, 2133 MHz CL13. So you don't need to buy high frequency DDR4 at all guys. When it comes to DDR4, I advise you to get the cheapest possible DDR4. Make sure you're getting 32 GB. Look how those guys are jumping. They're just waiting for 16K resolution. Guys, it's coming man, it's coming. Stop jumping man, it's coming. What's going on here? Because the FPS is so high, it's not sync, and the animation of 3D models is not sync with the FPS. It's designed for like 60 FPS I believe, or maybe 120 FPS maximum, and we're right now running 200 FPS, and delay was below 10 milliseconds. Alright guys, so as you can see, delay in milliseconds between the hardware and the software, which is DirectX 9 API, and that's a latency delay in milliseconds, which is unbelievable, incredible, nice, because incredible, just incredible guys, amazing. Because as you can see right here, let me real quick go ahead and pause, we're done here. As you can see right here, delay should be as low as possible for the experience as stuttering free and lag free for the SLI. and the FPS should be as high as possible. All right, so this is 4K resolution. Let's go ahead and switch now to 5K resolution, and I'm going to keep it pretty fast because today I'm recording with the ShadowPlay, and ShadowPlay has the limitation on the recordings. So everything maxed out, 5K resolution, which is 5120 pixels by 2880. Let's go ahead and apply this. You can apply the resolution without quitting the game in Far Cry 2. And I'm going to go ahead and restart the level. It's running so quick. I'm running it through the SSD. But I still have the guy's hard drives. I'm keeping backups and sometimes removing the data from SSD to hard drives, the mechanical disks, and then I'm uploading it to the YouTube. So I'm filling up the SSDs. But I do not believe, guys, in M2 solid state drives. I believe that SATA SSDs are the best. Go ahead and get yourself 2 terabyte as much as possible SSDs. I'm so in love with Crucial M500. I have 2 of them, 2 terabytes, but I need to buy a little bit more in the future, and they're just incredible, guys. Look at that. Immediately we increased the usage on our GPUs by increasing the resolution, but we're still above 200 FPS. And you're going to ask me, Alex, why are we not dropping our FPS? Because we increased the resolution. Yes, it's the case, but as you can see, when we were running 4K resolution, we were above 60% scalability, and we didn't utilize our GPU 1 or GPU 2 to the full potential. And even right now at 5K, we're not utilizing our GPU 1 and GPU 2 at the full potential, but we increased the utilization of those GPUs, and by utilizing them with the higher percentage rate, we're utilizing more GPU cores and CUDA cores, and pretty much receiving more FPS. So right now, I would say we will be a little bit faster than a single RTX 2080 Ti video card, but not as fast as it should be. So it's going to be like 1.3 times faster than single RTX 2080 Ti, but still kind of suck for SLI scalability. And I'm not sure why it's doing that. Maybe it's limitation by the Nvidia drivers. It can see that we're good enough at the FPS, and it can see it's an old title, or maybe Microsoft deciding so. Till we're going to reach 7K resolution, it sees that RTX 2080 Ti is kind of solid video card, and it can also see that we have a powerful CPU. Maybe Microsoft operating system dependencies and classes kind of splitting the loads between the CPU and video card, and then when the resolution is going to reach 7K resolution, it's going to go ahead and decide, okay, the resolution is pretty high, CPU, there's nothing CPU can do, and it's going to go ahead and load the video card if the video card is powerful enough. Maybe it's something like that, who knows. This is how I would do it as a developer, and they probably rating the video cards by its rating and the CPU by its rating, and then artificial intelligence of the operating system decides on the load. This is how I would do, but as again, this is not a great income for the PC enthusiast that looking to get the best. Look at that guy, he's just ready for 16K resolution. Man, we're pretty soon going to have that 16K resolution, so you're not gonna dance but look at that guy, he's just dancing, man, because the 200 FPS, look at that delay, 5K resolution still below 10 milliseconds, guys. Keep in mind, guys, that I'm commenting in real time, and this video is going to be unedited, just to show you what is possible, what is capable. Otherwise some non-sayers will say, oh, you added the video, you did this, you did that. No, just unedited the way it should be. Look at that, below 7 milliseconds. This is, guys, how fast the Turing GPU architecture, comparing on the latency delay, comparing to Maxwell GPU or even Pascal GPU architecture. It's just impressively fast. Because I believe just GDR6 is very fast memory, plus on top of it probably NVLink also, just so much bandwidth out there, and it's just so much faster, and it's probably playing the big role of this as well. But the utilization is quick, man. Utilization is unbelievably quick, as you can see, 3 milliseconds, 2.5 milliseconds. This is the fastest kernel that I saw so far in the SLI setups, guys. I thought that Metro will have the fastest Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light, the fastest kernel, but no. The Far Cry 2 has the fastest kernel, and especially when it comes to Turing GPU to Turing latency delay. And it wasn't the case with Maximus. With Maximus over here, I was about 9/12 milliseconds on a delay, and at 4K resolution, and anything above that, like at 8K, I was like 20 something. Keep that in mind. But the Turing GPU architecture, pretty much, when we're going to compare it to the Maxwell's, to the 4 Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture versus 2 RTX 2080 Ti and SLI, I would say we're at least 1.5 times decreased by our latency delay with the Turings, and this is incredible job by the Nvidia, just incredible. Alright, so pretty much that's it, guys, and let me real quick go ahead and switch the resolution. I think I didn't pay attention, but now we're going to go ahead and do the 7K. This is the 7K resolution that I was running sometimes a lot during the games that is not capable to run 8K resolution with 11 gigabytes of VRAM, and this is how we're going to rock as well. Let's go ahead and have a look. 7K resolution should give us some load on the GPUs, but we're going to find out, guys, in a second. So here we go. I'm going to again start the level again, and let's go ahead and compare it, guys. So 199 FPS, guys, and with 5K resolution, and of course 4K resolution. We didn't utilize the GPUs pretty well, so we kind of stick at 190, 170 FPS as well. As again, I'm recording with the ShadowPlay, guys, so without the recording with the ShadowPlay, I'm going to be 15 FPS higher. So please add 15 FPS to the FPS counter to get the FPS without the recording with the ShadowPlay, because it's recording with the software and in real time on the same computer, and it's encoding right now into the 4K resolution at the same time. And it's incredible that Nvidia ShadowPlay killed my morose video capture software that I was developing to capture the games, because it's just incredible. That performance, it's just incredible out of the Nvidia ShadowPlay. I think the best idea ever, and the technology is just amazing for the recording in real time recording. Okay, we still those guys are still jumping. We're still above 160 FPS, reaching above 200 FPS, as you can see, and we're reaching a little bit more, actually giving more FPS than we were getting with 5K resolution at some kind of angles when our GPU utilization is reaching 90%, and sometimes it's reaching 90%, but it's still staying above 70 but below 80, as you can see. But just because of that, our FPS is high, so we almost utilizing our GPUs to at least 90%. So when we're going to be 1.7 times and SLI scalability versus single RTX 2080 Ti, we need to reach 90% at least for GPU 1 and GPU 2. When we are reaching 97% for GPU 1 and GPU 2, this is, I call, excellent SLI scalability. When we are reaching 99 and 100% for GPU 1 and GPU 2 and SLI, I call it amazing, just amazing SLI scalability, at least 2 times versus single RTX 2080 Ti video card. But keep in mind, guys, when we're reaching 97% on GPU 1 and about 95-97% on GPU 2, we are still about 1.9 times over the single RTX 2080 Ti in terms of FPS, and our delay is still below 10 milliseconds. Our delay is impressive, guys. This game engine is just incredible, and level of the details is incredible as well. I'm just not sure where the game industry going, but you can see how great the visual is, and why they're not using kind of the similar approach when they're developing the game engines, because its delay is like as minimum as possible. Below 10 milliseconds means there is no stuttering and stuff like that, and FPS is so high. You can put so much details. You can make the characters high poly, and you're still going to be at the higher FPS that we're having today in the games. I'm pretty sure. Look at that. There is a particles when he's smoking right there, with his smoke and stuff coming out, and it's just unbelievable. It's still using the latest technologies, except the mirror and the windows, as you can see. And during that time, it was, I believe it was FX 5000 series GeForces by Nvidia, and this is where I switched to AMD. And this is when Far Cry 2 in 2007 was released with the Stalker, and both games was introducing to us the real-time dynamic weather changing and dynamic day and night cycles. Alright, 242, 238. Let's go ahead and switch it now. I'm going to real quick go ahead and switch it now to 8K resolution, and I'm going to do the 16K, 16 divided by 9 aspect ratio, 8K resolution. Some people call it real 8K, but pretty much they just don't know there is a multiple 8K resolutions. And then we're also going to try different 8K resolution, which is not 16 divided by 9 aspect ratio. But let's go ahead and real quick check it out. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start it again. So guys, 16 divided by 9 aspect ratio, 8K resolution, which is 36 megapixels. Guys, keep in mind that 16K resolution is 133 megapixel, and it's just incredible. Still 170 FPS, but still pretty high on FPS, but GPU utilization now coming to 90%. So right now, we about, I would say, 1.7 times faster when it's above 90 but below 95%. 1.7 times faster than a single RTX 2080 Ti performance in terms of the FPS. So single will probably show here 120 FPS, 100 FPS, and we're right now 170, 175, 180, and at some angles when we're going to reach 95, we're going to reach probably almost 190 FPS. Delay is still below 10 milliseconds. This is incredible, because when we increase in the resolution, delay should be increased as well, because pretty much we're storing more data in the VRAM or into our frame buffer of our VRAM, and we are recalling more data from, because the more resolution, higher resolution creates more data, and the higher resolution textures and stuff like that. And but we still, guys, as you can see, this engine is so, like, it's incredibly fast, and we're still below 10 milliseconds. So you can play Far Cry 2 at 8K resolution, 10 milliseconds delay, below 10 milliseconds latency delay, which means there's no stuttering and no lag at all. If I'm going to put you on this computer right now, and I'm going to remove the display settings at the left top, and I'm going to tell you this is SLI, you will never tell you play the game on SLI system. Keep that in mind, guys. This is incredible. We're above 144 FPS. So if you have 8K resolution, 120 Hz or 144 Hz, you're going to be good to go. This is for those folks, guys, that are going to run 8K resolution TVs, as I'm running today with the DSR on top. You can also do that, and it's going to be incredible, especially in 4Cry. You're going to see those details incredible when you have that big 8K resolution TV on the whole wall, or if you have an 8K projector. You're going to have so much fun with the DSR on top of the 8K, and end up with 16K resolution. That pixels is just like 4K running with 8K DSR. You immediately can see the difference. Imagine 8K with the 16K DSR. It's just on another level, man. You're not gonna look anymore at 1080p at all. 1080p for you going to look like 800 by 600, and sometimes people doesn't understand it, but you know, there's nothing we can do. Some people have problems with the vision, and you know, there's nothing we can do. But those guys doesn't jump too much now already, but still jumping. The FPS is still 170 but not 190, but they still kind of jumpy, as you can see. As again, because this is the animation kind of lock into the frame rates, and I believe up to 120 FPS, and when we're reaching above 120 FPS they start jumping a little bit, and the animation becomes broken. But as again, you can use the VSync, and you can lock the frames per second at 16K resolution, and you're going to at 120 Hz, and you're going to have a lot of fun, guys. Look at that. Just because our GPU utilization not even reaching 95%, even at the 8K resolution, our temperature so low on the GPU 2. Let me real quick go ahead, guys, and real quick I'm going to show you as well as 8K resolution, which is not 16 divided by 9 aspect ratio, and then 10K, 12K, and 16K. So let's go ahead and get moving here. Hopefully I'm not going to reach the ShadowPlay video recording time limit, because it's going to be suck. I gotta re-record it again, and we definitely don't want to end up in something like that. Guys, I disabled 2 cores on my 9900K to keep it stable at 5.3 whopping gigahertz or 5300 megahertz, and I disabled the hyper trading in the BIOSes again of Maximus 11 Hera Wi-Fi model motherboard, and my voltage is 1.395 to keep it stable at everything. During 100% prime 95, I'm not even reaching 90 Celsius with the Corsair H150i Pro hybrid water cooler and the Thermal Grizzly liquid metal thermal compound. This is how you want to rock. It's the H150 Pro has 360mm radiator, which is nice, and kind of such a quiet 3 120mm fans. But video cards is going to run kind of noisy, but 2 of them at 100% running like single Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture video card at 100%. So they still manage the noise level, but not at the level when it's totally comfortable. It's kind of noisy, and it's just dual fan design video card. They still kind of noisy. And guys, keep in mind that if you're looking to run anyhow SLI setup, I advise you to get the first slot video card for your SLI as a hybrid water cooler on it. But you can get yourself Gigabyte Aorus Extreme water force for GTX 1080 Ti or RTX 2080 Ti is going to be great. Or you can buy the EVGA extension, which is $160, kind of expensive, and install it on your video card. But keep in mind, if you're going to use the hybrid water cooler on your video card, it's not going to last you more than 3 years. Your pump will die, and pump even dies in all the high quality the Corsair hybrid water coolers as well. So maybe you want to invest your money into the extension for your own hybrid water cooler cooling solution, and get yourself 240mm radiator, something like Corsair H110 Pro iPro or something like that, and 240mm radiator and 2 120mm fans, and that hybrid water cooler has 5 years warranty. So if your pump going to go down, you're going to at least have you know, the warranty, and you can replace it. But anyways, video cards is not going to last you over 3 years. The way the technology increasing its growth by every year, so in 3 years we're probably going to already have 8K resolution everywhere, and we're going to load our games with so much technologies, and probably RTX 2080 Ti in 2021 is not going to be capable to run any titles at 8K resolution, even at high. But who knows, but you can still run the old titles, as you can see, and classic titles, and you can still have fun. Yeah, no mirrors. Imagine if they would put in 2007 mirror over here on that FX 5000 video card. I believe during that time the
beer. We drink beer. Hurry up then.
The 1920 by 1080 resolution was the top resolution that was possible, and this is how people was running Far Cry if they got lucky at like 35 FPS at 1080p during that time with all the possible maximum PC builds ever in 2007. So 195 to 100 FPS still, but utilization 98-97%. So we're reaching right now excellent, almost excellent SLI scalability at some angles. Now we're going to reach excellent SLI scalability for sure when I'm going to switch to 10K resolution. Let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully it's not going to crash, because I'm still recording with the ShadowPlay in real time, guys, and it's grabbing that frames from the frame buffer, and it's kind of stressful. because it's recording in real time and doing multiple operations in real time. So kudos to Nvidia with their Nvidia ShadowPlay. It's just unbelievable, and I believe that they probably created some chip, and the chip is responsible as a hardware for the ShadowPlay recording, because there is no way you can do anything with the software that is capable to record in real time up to 4K and even 8K resolution with that low latency. It's impossible. There is no such a software on the market, ever will be. You gotta have the hardware chip accelerator for that, and the Nvidia is just doing a great job with the ShadowPlay. As you can see, they did it. The generation before, the Maximus, was the first generation that was supporting the ShadowPlay, and since then it's improved in the Pascals and improved even in the Turing by the video quality, the way they're compressing the data. Wow, above 100 FPS 10K resolution, guys. Now we're reaching, I would say, almost excellent SLI scalability. Almost, not there yet. 97% will be. And delay below 10 milliseconds. This is incredible result. So we're right now 1.8 times at least in performance versus the single RTX 2080 Ti. So single RTX 2080 Ti over here probably will be 70/80 FPS. Yeah, not even 70. I would say it would be over here at 60 FPS, because we're almost by 2 times. Not even 70 or 80, 60 FPS. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and test the single, and I'm going to show you single versus the SLI over the iPlay4k.com YouTube channel. So it's going to be educational video, when I'm going to just, it's not going to be the long video, it's just going to be short video, split screen, and I'm going to show you in this style as well. But I decided to go ahead and show you in the gameplay style as well, so you're going to see all kind of videos, you're going to see all kind of scenarios, so you can make a better choices when you're buying or building PC machine. Guys, don't forget to go ahead and smash that like button. A lot of time, money, energy was invested just to share the experience and tips with you. And as you can see, there is no marketing BS. I'm sharing the way it is with you. So don't forget to smash that like button. Share it with the friends, guys. And now you're knowledgeable without the copycats information. This is not the copycats. This is unique content over the iPlay4k.com. So do yourself a favor, subscribe. You know, and for future it's going to be more cool goodies out there over the iPlay4k.com YouTube channel, and it's going to be so much fun, guys, just to be a subscriber and see some great videos. Not all videos will be great for you, but it's going to be something for you, I promise you, over the iPlay4k aka iPlay AK YouTube channel. Below 10 milliseconds, guys, you're going to have so much fun. This is unbelievable. SLI scalability almost excellent. I'm pretty sure 12K resolution will give us excellent SLI scalability. So
yes, sir. The airport.
120 hertz.
Gentlemen, you are posted here all day. On my way back,
10K resolution, guys.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a monitors like this, but when 16K monitors will arrive, you will at least know that even with RTX 2080 Ti, you could play in 2019 or in the end of 2018 or 2018, or with 2 Titan XPs you could play 16K resolution. 4 Titan X Maxwell GPU architecture couldn't play 16 resolution somehow, guys. It was crashing as well. So I believe Turing GPU architecture is not only decrease the latency and the delay between the hardware and software, but it's also, guys, increase the capabilities for the extreme UHD resolution rendering, as you can see, 3D rendering in real time. So let me real quick go ahead and, okay, I'm just talking too much. We're going to go ahead and switch now to 12K resolution and then 16K resolution. Come on, come on, come on, please, because I'm running out of time. The ShadowPlay almost, if it didn't do it right now, going to run out of the time limit, and then it's going to stop recording. And as again, I'm not recording with external device today, I'm recording with the ShadowPlay. Such a beautiful technology by Nvidia, I love it. 12K resolution, I'm pretty sure it's going to utilize 97%, guys. So now we're going to run excellent GPU scalability, even 99. Wow. Yeah, and 16K will be 99 and 100. Pretty sure about it.
Hey, sir. Sorry
Yep,
for the
99, 98. So this is the excellent SLI scalability. Right now we're by 2 times, guys, over a single RTX 2080 Ti. So single RTX 2080 Ti over here will give us about 50 FPS. So the FPS that you can see at the left top, you can add another 15 FPS and divide it by 2 to get the FPS for the single RTX 2080 Ti video card. Or you can just watch the video, and I'm going to split the screen for you, and I'm going to show you single, not single, 4K, 5K, 7K, 8K, 10K, 12K, and 16K. Just the music. It's not going to be no comments, but just go ahead and watch that. It's going to be an enjoyable experience as well. A lot of information for you to study if you're looking to upgrade your PC system, or if you're looking to build a new PC system. As well, as you can see, I'm including all kind of details for the beginners as well. And guys, I'm an experienced overclocker since 1998. So I was clocking since 1998. My first computer that was overclocked was 386 CPU in 1998, and yeah, then it was 486 without the core processor. Then with the core processor, which is DX version, then it was K5, then it was K6. Below 10 milliseconds, guys. 12K resolution, such a incredible experience. And when you're going to see 12K resolution on the 8K resolution TV that is like 80-inch at least, you're going to have so much fun. There is incredible, guys. I just cannot tell you how incredible the details. Even if 8K resolution doesn't support 12K resolution, but it has like that ability. I'm not sure, just that pixels are a little bit different. They're just showing you such clear details, much clearer details than with just 8K resolution. It's just same way if you're going to go ahead on 1080p to 4K or 4K to 8K, you see that clearness. You can see the difference, and you certainly will see the difference between 8K and 12K, or 8K and DSR to 12K, and then 8K to DSR 16K. It's just mind-blowing, man. It's just mind-blowing, and Far Cry 2 is ready, even with 11 GB of the VRAM, guys. Somehow the Turing also, which is the copycat's not gonna tell you, Turing also somehow managing better the data storage into the VRAM, into that frame buffer, and sometimes it's even up to 1 GB less for the same scenario, same resolution, same visual details, storing less data in the VRAM than Pascal GPU architecture or Maxwell GPU architecture. And I'm not sure why it's doing that, but some games that wasn't capable to run with GTX 1080 Ti, Pascal GPU architecture and SLI, guys, in 8K resolution is no problem for me to run in 8K resolution with 2 RTX 2080 Ti, which is the Turing GPU architecture that I'm running today. Excellent SLI scalability, as you can see, FPS above 100 FPS, so we're good to go. Delay below 10 milliseconds, the excellent scenario that you can imagine. Your experience, gameplay experience, will be absolutely amazing. So right now we're going to go ahead and switch to 16K resolution. Let's go ahead and do it now. Okay, and we're switching to 16K, guys, and it's going to be, hopefully it's not going to crash on us. So that was 12K and 16K. It didn't. Nice. And go to menu, bam bam bam. Guys, how I'm running today a DSR, because the Nvidia doesn't support by the driver yet 8K resolution to 16K resolution through the DSR. I'm using the same open source that Nvidia using for DSR, but I modified the code a little bit. Pretty much during my test it's same from 4K to 8K, same kind of scenario as with Nvidia drivers through their DSR, so pretty much almost the same logic, but I a little bit modified, and in my DSR you capable to run 8K native to 16K DSR, and it's not crashing. And there is a capability. You pretty much you can run any with my modified open source that DSR code that Nvidia using. With my modification, you can run any kind of resolution, but above 16K Turing is not supported, as I believe. I didn't test it yet. I'm going to confirm it with you, but I believe 16K is the maximum possible resolution that can be rendered in real time with the Turing GPU architecture. And it was possible also with the Maxwell GPU architecture, because I was the first YouTuber, guys, on YouTube that recorded 16K resolution gameplay. It was the Half-Life 2 gameplay back in May 2016. Go ahead and check it out over the iPlay 4K YouTube channel. Just type 16K Half-Life 2 and you're going to see it. So Maxwell GPU architecture also was possible to render in real time and put the 16K resolution frames into the frame buffer in real time. And some of the people will say, well, it's just scaling back to the 8K. Yes, it does, but it's scaling without losing even a single FPS, because it do so while it's recording. It's scaling from 16K to 4K resolution, and it's in this particular game it's 15 FPS, but because the FPS performance is very high, but in games when it's 60 FPS, it's just taking 3/4 FPS down. So it's just Nvidia GPU is so powerful, so it can scale it down, scale it down that frame buffer, but it's rendering in real frame buffer. Same thing as it is going to pass it to your display if it would be 16K. But instead of passing it to display 16K, it's just downscaling, but it's rendering in 16K, guys. So the numbers that you can see at the left up will be as the numbers as you're going to see in 16K resolution screen, native screen. And it doesn't matter if I'm running 8K native plus 16K DSR, it's just still rendering in real time that frames and storing them in frame buffer and then sending them that frames into the display. Above 60 FPS, delay right now almost 15 milliseconds, but still going to be comfortable, guys. And excellent SLI scalability. We're just Gucci. And as you can see, we improved our resolution. We decreased our CPU load, and right now the CPU load is below 35%, but we started almost like at 60%. So the higher resolution, the less CPU you're using. And I believe this is controlled by the Microsoft operating system. Somehow they can see if your video card is capable to handle the higher resolution, then it's reducing the load on the CPU, and instead of it, it's just sending that load into the video card, into the GPU, and etc. I believe the Microsoft doing that by their built-in AI system and their system, whatever. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up now. Pretty much we saw that that was excellent, man. This was excellent. And let me real quick, come on. Okay, here we go. They not jumping anymore because our FPS was below 100 FPS, so pretty much the FPS was locked when they were jumping. But let me real quick go ahead and show you the right here stock MSI Afterburner. This is our CPU, as you can see. This is our bench, the best single thread performance. In 2019, there is nothing Intel will release 2019 that can touch stock this overclock performance, single threaded, and the best multi-threaded performance as well, guys. More about the CPU overclocking will be available over the iPlay4k.com YouTube channel. Right now I'm putting some nice videos for you to watch. Go ahead and watch them and smash that like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next time. Peace.